What's your welcome to the moment? Because I remember the first day of rookie camp, I heard him scream something like, "You fat fuck, you're going to be bouncing around the league for 7 years while I'm in the back of Walmart doing these things for $5 because I get fired for trying to make you right." Or something.
Dude, 100%. You must have been doing wide receiver individuals right where we were doing center quarterback exchange. So before practice, if you were going to play interior offensive line at all in New England, you're taking snaps with Dante. Because like we all know, there are games where all of a sudden you run out of centers. You know, you run out of tackles sometimes. A tight end has to shift over. Like, shit happens. You only get, whatever it is, 46 active players on a sideline, so you better be versatile. And so he had all the interior offensive linemen taking center quarterback exchange. He's got his hands under center. He takes snaps from us. So tiny little Dante Scarnecchia has his tiny little hands under my giant fat ass, and he is shouting out cadences. And I snap a football, and he swears it was shallow. So he said, it hits the ground. I feel it. It hits my ankle. So I turn around, and I look at him, and I was like, where did it hit you? Like, I'm like pointing to my hand, trying to find out like what depth. And before I could finish showing him on my hand, ask him like, so where, he lunges at me, and he grabs my face mask with two hands. He is now doing fucking chin-ups on my face mask and screaming the most profane rant I had ever heard in my entire life, telling me that I'm going to be offering sex services for work, telling me that I'm no good, that I'm dumb as shit, that life is going to be bad for me if I don't figure out how to snap footballs to him. And I remember he
This is day one.
This is day one.
This is day one.
Day one in New England.
Day one. We just got drafted.
He kicks the fucking football, and I'm staring at it, like kind of still in shock from the moment. And he goes, "No, don't just look at the football. Go fucking get it, and let's do this over." So I run over, I grab the football, and I jog back kind of at a leisurely pace. He's like, "Okay, we're waiting on you now." I'm like, "Okay, I'm sorry." So snap the football. And I mean, it was off to the races. It's like, this is the level of accountability that happens here. There's no time for discussing. His whole point was well-founded. I mean, in a football game, you're never going to snap a football, and if you feel it hit your ankle, turn around and be like, was that one a little too low for you? You're going to have to block somebody. So he's like, if it hits the ground, you run and you hit somebody, and then figure out if you have possession of the football after the play's over.
Still coaching.
Yeah.
Motherfucking you, but coaching. Hit someone. If it's on there, your quarterback's going to have to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
That was my welcome to. But there were so many. I'm sure you have some too. Like where you see something happen at the pro level where you're just like, I've never seen that before. Randy Moss, our buddy, like you said.
I remember the first day when the vets came. Remember that? Because we had our rookie camp and we had like 4 days, and then we were there for a while. And then that first day when you see Randy Moss and Tom Brady connecting on the sideline effortlessly,
whole different world.
It was
right?
like, oh man, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, and that's what it looked. I guess that's what it's supposed to look like.
Day one.
You're like, okay, well, I'm never gonna get anywhere near that level, but maybe I could like brush up against the basement of that level, maybe. But Randy Moss, I remember one time. Training camp practice. It was our first training camp. And I started our first training camp injured because I actually tore my hamstring during the 40-yard test. And so I was on the training room table for like 10 days before I got back out there. Randy, I remember it was a team drill. Randy was going against like some rookie or second-year corner. And this guy, I guess, felt like he covered him going downfield on a play. And Randy was running just, fly route, go route, whatever, just down the sideline. And this kid was drawn to him. And so Randy, he's pointing, shouting something down the field. You can't hear it. It's inaudible at first, but you just know Randy's pissed.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, no, hell no. We're going to run that shit back. Billy O, none of this bullshit. That's our offensive coordinator at the time, Billy O'Brien. He was like, no, we running that shit again. Tommy, okay, right? Yep, we're going to do it. And so Randy's in control now. Bill steps aside. We're going to run that play again. So this corner knows what play's coming. He just successfully covered Randy Moss just moments ago. but I guess he wasn't given his 100% effort. He knew what Randy was going to do. He blows by him, and he is 5 steps in front of him by the time they're 15 yards down the field. And I shit you not, Jules, Tom throws a perfect ball to his inside shoulder. He never even looks at the fucker. He just goes like this. He kind of side-eyes it, throws his hand out, catches it, and then holds his hand in the air as he's running to the end zone, talking shit the entire time into the end zone all the way back to the huddle. And then he spiked it off the corner's head, got in the huddle. They ran the next play. I was like, what did we just witness?
Yeah, I remember that. That was so fun.
Oh, he did.
Randy didn't even warm up with the team.
No.
So it used to be offense, defense. Randy would always be with V. He'd have his fucking gloves on, remember?
Oh, yeah, hanging
his
off
shit wouldn't even be tied. He'd be out there just talking with V, cold and shop, bro. Randy, it was a man. It was such a fun teammate. And he would motherfuck us, but when people weren't around, he'd always give you some knowledge. He'd always buddy me up, like, because I was in his room.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
that must have been something, dude.
But he would always, I was quiet in my room because, you have Randy Moss, Wes Welker, fucking Greg Lewis we just traded for, Joey Galloway.
Oh, my God, Joey, yeah.
Joey Galloway. So, like, I didn't say shit. But Randy, when we had to go pay for shit, he'd always take care of me.
Torrey Holt, was he on our team?
That was 2 years. That was the next year.
Oh, okay, yeah. But, I mean,
Remember he retired on the conditioning test with the zigs?
Yes. Yeah.
My boy, I'm sorry, Torrey. I'm sorry, but I got to tell the story.
Yeah, no, he was awesome.
We were on our conditioning test just to come back right before.
Yeah.
And he was wearing, remember those Reebok zigs?
Yeah, they had the little zigzag
ziggy
design
thing
on the sole, yeah.
Conditioning test 2060s. Okay. Pretty easy.
It's not too bad. Yeah.
It's not too, but for receivers, we got to run.
Yeah. You guys run.
We get to rep number 4. He takes his shorts off. Rep number 5, shirts.
Yeah.
Rep number 6, he looks down and he says, "Don't do this to me, Ziggs." And he walked off the field. I never saw him again. Never. He retired, right? The fucking conditioning test got him.